Right. More Doki Doki. As some of you may know, uh, the last episode recorded kind of bad. Like it was choppy and stuttery. That should be fixed now, I hope. But let's get into it. Alright. I guess that's everyone. I glance around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As I read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. She did not know that. Of the suggestions. Who are these people? Oh. No. I hated it. I had to read it 3 times. I actually hated all of them. I had to read them all 3 times. Something particularly inspiring. No, I didn't. I hated him. Yeah, 3 times. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Yuri stands up as well. I don't appreciate any advice. I heard it all 3 times. No. What? What? I don't think that's how that works. Suddenly, both girls turn towards me as if they just noticed I was standing there. She gonna ask me to help now? Ah. How did I get myself dragged into this? How did I get dragged into this in oh my god. How did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing, but whomever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. Perfect. Natsuki glares at me, drawing up any words I had in my mouth. So instead I turn to Yuri. But Yuri's expression is so defenseless, I can't bring myself to say anything to her. Well, it wasn't about me either, but they dragged me into it. Whoa. Oh. That was pretty messed up. Okay. That is crazy. Sayori stands triumphantly. Monica stands behind her with a bewildered expression. Yuri rushes off. Natsuki sits down with a blank expression on her face, staring at nothing. I whisper to Monica. She nods in return. It is. I was left to fend for myself. What do you mean take good care of? What? Monica smiles sweetly at me, causing my stomach to knot. Such a genuine person really does make a good president, regardless of what she says. If only I could get the chance to talk to her a little more. It's not a lot of fun. I had to do it 3 times. I would not. Again. So you're telling me I have to come up with another thing to myself. I did learn a little more about the kinds of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress. I nod to myself with newfound determination. Am I gonna have to make another poem again? Sayori beams at me. It truly has been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. Can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. I might. It looks like Sayori still hasn't caught on to the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? What? I pat Sayori on the shoulder. I said that more to myself than her, but it's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes. Yeah. Let's do this. Hey, another poem. Ah. Melody. Fun. I feel like grief would have made her jump. I think that means, like, when they jump, the poem leans more towards their likings. I feel like grief would have made her jump. Because I feel like if I click anime, she'll jump, right? Agonizing? Yeah, okay. Raindrops. Music. Lucky. What? Daydream. Ambient. Friends. Nature. Boop. Oh. Laugh. A kitty. Philosophy. I don't think I want to pick that. Yeah, everything here is like a very big jump in intensity. Uncanny. Peaceful. Up. And last one. One up. Right. Another day passed and it's time for the club meeting already. I've gotten a little more comfortable here over the past couple days. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me. Safe. Still not used to me being in the club. It's been like, what, 3 days? No thanks. Wow. It's pretty messed up. Oh, thief. Sayori nervously retrieves her coin purse. She fumbles with the latch and gets it open. Then she turns it upside down and lets its contents spill onto the desk. Only 2 small coins fall out. Thief. Thief. It's crazy. Yuri suddenly giggles. I didn't notice that she was listening in. Her face is in her book as always. That's cap. That's... What? That would not make me change my mind. Solution. Yeah, that was pretty messed up. What? Out of nowhere, something smacks Sayori in the face and tumbles onto the desk. What was it? Cookie. Sure enough, it's a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. Sayori glances around. Restitution. Sayori hugs the cookie. Sayori rapidly tears open the wrapper and takes a big bite. Sayori suddenly clasps her hands over her mouth. It's karma. Trying to rob me of everything I own. Natsuki takes a bite of her own cookie. Sayori gets out of her seat and goes behind Natsuki, then wraps her arms around her. Cookie still in hand, Natsuki reaches up to nudge Sayori off of her. Sayori suddenly leans down and takes a bite out of Natsuki's food. See? Beef. Beef. Mouthful, Sayori trots away to safety. Yuri and I laugh as well. Natsuki glances around. She not here? Monica isn't in the club room. No. Something. What could that something be, though? Suddenly, the door swings open. Monica quizzically glances at me. What piano? Monica looks at me. What piano is she gonna use? Monica smiles sweetly. Whole lot? I thought you just started. I choose to leave out Sayori's mischievous escapade. I'm sure Natsuki will end up complaining to her anyway. It looks like everyone has already settled down. Sayori somehow already finished her entire cookie. Yuri is back to her book and Natsuki disappeared into the closet. Man, looks like no one wants to be bothered today. I slumped down into the nearest desk. How am I supposed to occupy myself with something literature related by myself like this? I guess I could always read some of the book Yuri gave me, but I'm feeling a little too tired to read. I could probably fall asleep right now. I close my eyes and end up listening in on Sayori's conversation with Monica. Best of. She's got a point. What's this? Sayori is taking this really seriously. It's rare to hear her deliberating like this. Cupcakes. Cupcakes it is then. I find myself smiling. In the end, Sayori is still their usual self, but therein lies the unexpected reason I admire. Unlike me, who has trouble finding any motivation at all, Sayori can put her mind to things and make them come to life. I suppose that's why I end up letting her get on my case about things. I can't help but wonder what it would be like to see the world through her eyes. So close. I open my eyes to find Sayori's face filling my vision. I nearly fall out of my chair. Also, if you just noticed a little jump in the recording, I had to check how long that episode has gone on for. So, sorry. But it could be the napping club. I glance over my shoulder to see if Monica overheard. It's a secret. Kind of secret, though. Sarah glances around at herself. Okay. I run my fingertips down the side of Sayori's hair, trying to straighten it out. I try to wipe off the stain with my finger. That's crazy. I start to button her blazer from the bottom. We're a little too close. I just pressed a button. I don't know if it showed up in the top left corner, but hope that didn't do anything. I struggle to fully close the button near her chest. Keep forgetting right click doesn't also regress the messages or text. It just hides it. Okay. Why does it feel strange to see Sayori's blazer buttoned up like that? Sayori hastily unbuttons her blazer once more. All that work I went through. Sayori puts her arms out and twirls around. You. Why would I agree? Why would I agree to that? Monica suddenly calls out. Oh, the poems. Yay. Do I have to read these poems again? I fail to sound enthusiastic, but Sayori still trots away to retrieve her poem. Oh. I guess I'll go from top to bottom again, but I'll save first. It's not. I really hope I don't have to read these 3 times like I did the last one. That would be awful. I'm sure Yuri's opinion has to be a little more constructive than this. Maybe even Natsuki's. Wow. Sayori hugs the sheet against her chest. Very rude. I'm not sure that's exactly how it works. Then again, I guess conveying feelings is a pretty important part of this whole thing. poems. Bittersweet. I think after I read her poem, I think I'll stop for today, and then go to the next. I'll start with the next poems, next episode. Anyways, bottles. I pop off my scalp like the lid of a cookie jar. It's a secret place where I keep all of my dreams. Little balls of sunshine, all rubbing together like a bundle of kittens. I reach inside with my thumb and forefinger and pluck one out. It's warm and tingly. But there's no time to waste. I put it in a bottle to keep it safe, and I put the bottle on the shelf with all the other bottles. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts in bottles, all in a row. My collection makes me lots of friends. Each bottle a starlight to make amends. Sometimes my friend feels a certain way. Down comes a bottle to save the day. Night after night, more dreams. Friend after friend, more bottles. Deeper and deeper my fingers go, like exploring a dark cave, discovering the secret hiding in the nooks and crannies. Digging and digging, scraping and scraping. I blow dust off my bottle caps. It doesn't feel like time elapsed. My empty shelf could use some more. My friends look through my locked front door. Finally, all done. I open up, and in come my friends. In they come in such a hurry. Do they want my bottles that much? I frantically pull them from the shelf one after the other, holding them out to each and every friend, each and every bottle. But every time I let one go, it shatters against the tile between my feet. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts in shards all over the floor. They were supposed to be for my friends who aren't smiling. They're all shouting, pleading something, but all I hear is echo, 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 echo inside my head. Huh. A little creepy. Like magic. Terry always had a habit of getting obsessed with something before dropping it no more than a week later. I wonder if this is one of those times. But seeing the happy passion in her eyes makes it hard for me to be pessimistic. Alright. Next episode, I will start off with Natsuki's poem. But anyways, yeah. That is it for today.